What's up everyone, it's your girl Shay here and I'm back with another video for you guys. And of course, first of all, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back to my channel if you have been here before. And as you can see by the title of today's video, I'm talking about tier subscription services, mostly ones relating to the anime or manga fandom, and maybe even a little bit of the fan fiction fandom as well. And the main reason why I want to talk about this is because I've noticed over the past few months that a lot of these services have tiered subscription, and I want to find out why. Because I'll be honest, your girl doesn't agree with it. Your girl didn't go and do a lot of research beyond the research that I've already done based off of these services that I have in previous videos where I talked about which actual anime streaming service is probably the best one for you to get based off of your money or how much you want to spend. Plus a video I did about Crunchyroll when they released their new tiered services. But this video is mostly based off of my opinion because I'll be honest, your girl doesn't agree with a lot of stuff that these services are currently doing. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video also is because my previous video, I actually talked about Wattpad. And Wattpad is, of course, a website or a app also where you can pretty much read fan fiction or read stories made up by other authors. That's pretty much what it is. If you've ever seen The Kissing Booth, which is on Netflix, that was based off of a Wattpad original story, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the case. But the reason why I talked about it is because at this time, currently, I am paying for it, which is $5.99 a month, but they do have a now tiered subscription service, which is $9.99, where they basically offer something that was originally available to you with the $5.99 pricing. And I didn't agree with it, and I wanted to re-update my review about Wattpad, or basically how I kind of feel about it because I like the service, but your girl don't like the tier subscription. I also decided to say, well, why don't I talk about how I feel about all of these tier subscription services, because like I said, I don't agree with it. So here it is for you guys. So the main services I'm going to be mostly talking about are things like Funimation, Crunchyroll, and of course Wattpad. I also might bring in VRV in there just a little bit, only because they're a little bit of an outlier, and then you will find out soon the reason why. But I won't be talking about places like Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or anything else like that, because some of these services do indeed have tier subscription. I know Netflix does, and I also know that Hulu does as well. But the main reason why I'm not going to use them is because of the fact they also offer a lot more content besides just anime. I know VRV is also kind of that category as well, but a lot of people I know mostly use VRV for their anime content, not so much the other channels that they have to offer. Or mostly, that's just me. So that's the reason why I'm adding them in. But when you look at Crunchyroll or Funimation, they have a tier subscription service. Now, I honestly didn't know Funimation had one. I actually just thought Funimation was just you paid one price and that was it, which is like $5.99 or something like that, I believe is how much it costs. But I didn't know they had a tier subscription. Now, Crunchyroll, I did. And that's because Crunchyroll originally you just paid one cost and that was it. But then this past summer, they introduced different tiers. So the first one they have is Fan, Mega Fan, and then Ultimate Fan. Funimation just has two, regular and I think like Ultimate or whatever. It's called something, or Premium or Premium Plus. It's something like that. I know it's called something, but Crunchyroll's is the one that a lot of people kind of got really upset about. And that's because with their Mega Fan package, they actually started to offer something that they should have offered a long time ago, which was offline downloads, which is pretty much where you can pretty much download an anime onto your phone or onto the app or whatever, iPad, whatever you're using. And if you're going on a plane, in a car, or somewhere where you won't have any service, you can pretty much just watch anime. And you don't have to worry about using like your LTE coverage or your 3G or whatever. You can just watch it. And to me, that was something that should have always been offered. And of course, they also offered some other stuff, like, for example, being able to stream on multiple screens. So if multiple people want to watch together, those are some things they had to offer. But between Funimation and Crunchyroll, they also decided to offer more like discounts for their store, which to me wasn't worth it, or it's not worth it. Only because I know for myself, when I want to buy anything anime related, I'm not going to Funimation site. I'm not going to Crunchyroll site. I'm usually going to Right Stuff, or I'm going to GameStop, Hot Topic, Box Lunch, or I'm going to buy stuff at a convention or Target or Walmart. That is usually where I go. And I know some people are probably going to say, well, why won't you buy from Funimation or Crunchyroll? Honestly, it's because they're not the first places that cross my mind when it comes to buying anime related merchandise. I go to those places because that's kind of where I've always gone. Also, as far as Crunchyroll is concerned, some of their stuff is actually really overpriced and it's not worth it. I'd rather give more bang for my buck, or rather go somewhere where it's a lot cheaper, because your girl ain't trying to spend a lot of money. But these tiered services just aren't worth it, only because I feel like that you should just offer one cost for you to get everything, and then of course add in more features to that one cost that you're currently paying. For example, if you're paying for Funimation and you're just paying the one cost, I don't feel like you should then feel like you have to pay more if you want more features that's actually offered on other services at no extra cost. Like, for example, offline downloads. Funimation already offers that with their first package, and to me, upgrading with Funimation also isn't completely worth it, just because you just get multiple screens. But if you're just one person using it, just take the lowest package. It's worth it. But for Crunchyroll, theirs is the worst. I feel like for them, it's definitely a money grabbing or money hungry scheme. And I'm sorry, Crunchyroll, I really love your service, but I honestly just don't agree with this one. But I just feel like if you're paying one cost, like if I'm paying this cost mostly because of the fact that I don't want ads, I should be able to also have offline downloads. I should also be able to have more than just one screen that I can view on if I'm going to be sharing this account with multiple people, or if I live in a household and I have multiple Apple TVs or whatever in my household and I have it on different channels or whatever, I should be able to watch it in my room and have someone else be able to watch it in the living room or wherever they are. But I feel like that's pretty much what it should be. I don't agree with them doing more of these tiered services because it's, like I said, it's just not worth it. I mean, why should I spend more money to try and get more when I should be already getting that with paying one price? Let me know if you guys agree with this. I know that I had talked about before that VRV was pretty much the outlier. And that's pretty much because VRV, you only pay one cost to have everything. They don't have a tiered service and they offer a whole lot more, which is why in my video when I talked about that which streaming service is worth it for anime, I went with VRV as your best bet. Mostly because of the fact they offer so much more. You only pay one cost, there's no tier subscription, and you already get Crunchyroll, and you also get High Dive. So you can watch dub and subs. That's why I said that they were mostly worth it. But I don't agree with these tiered services. I think companies, especially anime related ones, mostly should just have one cost. And that is mostly because while anime is getting more and more popular these days, they have to remember that a lot of their fans aren't really made of money. A lot of their fans are either living at home with their parents or they're college students or however. And since a lot of fans have already talked about at the time how much the cost is with anime, having a tiered service doesn't make that any better, because you're just not gonna make people want to pay more, especially if they're not being offered a lot, because a lot of people also don't live in the US, so they actually don't have access to a lot of the same anime that us in the States do. So you have where they probably don't see it as worth it to pay more money if they're still getting less anime. So just have one cost, which everyone pays, and then of course just add more stuff to that cost, or add more stuff related to that cost that you get when you're paying, as opposed to using it for free. Now Funimation isn't as bad, it's just mostly Crunchyroll at this point. But the reason why I say that they should just add more to the original package is mostly because more people, I feel like, would pay more if they saw that they were getting more. So anyone to me that has the free service will decide to then pay for it if they see all the stuff that they get. But in reality, when you're like, hey, I can use this for free, but then all of a sudden you see what the paid cost is, but the paid cost goes literally from like $5.99, but you only get a little bit, $9.99, you get a little bit more, and then you get to the highest amount package and you get just a little bit more, but what you're getting really isn't worth the money, because it's stuff that you're either not going to use or it's stuff that you don't care about, like the store or the manga. When it's in Crunchyroll's case, it's kind of like, why am I gonna pay for this? But yeah, I don't agree with tiered pricing. I don't think tiered pricing needs to be around. I think you should just pay one cost and be able to get all the stuff that you want or all the stuff that you need, and you guys at the companies should just add more onto that package that is offered when you start to pay, because a lot of people will start to see that then it's worth it to actually pay for it. But yeah, that's just what I think. I know other people are going to have different opinions. Some people might agree with me, some people might disagree with me, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And I understand that these companies are businesses and they have to make money. By all means, I understand that. I understand that that is what this is for, but it can leave a really bad taste in a lot of fans' mouth if they feel like that they're nothing but a cash grab and they're not getting a lot for their money. So yeah, that's just something to be leery about. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Of course, comment below your thoughts. Do you agree with tiered pricing? Do you not agree with tiered pricing? Do you think that tiered pricing needs to go away, or do you feel like they should just offer more with the first pricing that they pretty much give you and just continue to add to that to make it more worth the fans' while to actually pay for it? And yeah, what do you guys think? Comment below your thoughts. Also comment below any suggestions that you have for future videos, because I do come out with videos twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So definitely let me know. And of course, I will have links below to all my social media accounts. I have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a blog, so definitely check me out on there too. And of course, give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know how you guys like it or dislike it, I guess. And also, of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. And that's what I have for you guys. Like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy in today's day and age, stay healthy, and of course, stay safe. All right, you guys. Bye.